Steve Palazzolo here with Pro Football Focus with your Florida-Mississippi State game recap, all brought to you by Eckrich, the official smoked sausage of the college football playoff. It was an old-school battle of running games, defenses, and field position, with the Gators coming out on top 13-6. Florida used versatile playmaker Kadarius Toney on 2 key runs for 21 yards, but most importantly, he had the only touchdown of the game on a trick play as he hit tight end Morrell Stevens for a 20-yard touchdown pass. Wide receiver Trevon Grimes caught all 4 of his targets for 34 yards, with 41 of them coming after the catch, as most of his work came on screen passes. He did a nice job keeping Florida's offense on schedule on his way to the top grade at 82.6. QB Felipe Franks finished 22 for 31 for 219 yards on the night, but it was his 10 of 12 for 80 yards on passes thrown behind the line of scrimmage that was key as Florida's wide receivers did their job. He did complete a number of key throws at the intermediate level, finishing 5 of 7 in that range. Defensively, linebacker Voshon Joseph paced the way for Florida with an 80.5 overall grade, as he tied for a team high with 3 stops while adding a sack, QB hit, in a hurry when he rushed the passer. Edge defender Ja'Kai Polite continued his breakout season with a team-high 5 pressures. That was 1 sack, 2 QB hits, and 2 hurries on his 23 rushes, while safeties Sean Davis and Brad Stewart were flying around the field all night, and they finished with an identical 75.1 overall grade. The duo did not allow a reception into their primary coverage on 5 targets, while breaking up 1 pass apiece.
The $1 Million Challenge is headed to Gainesville this year for the LSU-Florida game.
Oh, nothing like a game in the swamp.
I'd step out on that field in front of all those crazy Gators and I'd throw a laser.
Imagine that crowd going crazy. Marty, Marty.
Would either of y'all ever put your head in a Gator's mouth? I'd do it for $1 million.
It'd mess up your hair, though.
Enter at EckridgeFootball.com for your chance to win $1 million in the Florida LSU game.
Nope. Wouldn't move an inch.
For Mississippi State, QB Nick Fitzgerald was under pressure on 14 of his 33 dropbacks, and he completed only 2 of 8 attempts for 14 yards to go with 4 sacks. Fitzgerald had his usual moments as a runner, carrying 10 times for 49 yards on designed runs while adding 14 yards on 3 scrambles, but Florida largely kept him in check, avoiding any big plays. The Bulldogs had a few strong performances on the defensive side, led by Errol Thompson's 83 overall grade. He finished with team highs in tackles with 11 and stops with 4, while also adding 2 pressures and a pass breakup. Edge defender Montez Sweat only had 2 pressures on his 26 rushes, though 1 was a dominant sack. And interior defensive lineman Jeffrey Simmons was held without a pressure for the first time this season, while missing 2 tackles in the run game. That's your Florida-Mississippi State game recap, and it's all been brought to you by Eckrich, the official smoked sausage of the college football playoff. Don't forget to get to your local grocery store this weekend to pick up Eckrich for your tailgate or homegate party, and be sure to get to EckridgeFootball.com for great game day recipes or to enter their season-long $1 Million Challenge.